this video, we're going to talk about sensory soles and whether you should use them for a kiddo who is struggling with toe walking. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Dr. Lauren Baker, a pediatric physical therapist, and on this channel, we help proactive parents help their kiddos move with confidence and ease. Think of me as your pediatric physical therapy bestie, helping you learn tips and tricks to help your kiddos move better. Now, I am sharing with you guys today a product that I have found that may help children who are experiencing toe walking walk with a more normalized gait. Now, if you're not familiar, toe walking is essentially going up on your toes and spending more than 80% of your day on your toes. It is common for kiddos under 2 to walk on their toes, but after the age of 2, if they are spending more than 80% of their time on their toes, there can be detrimental effects for that. And we also want to know, why are they choosing that style of walking as their main method for moving around? Now, there's 2 main causes of toe walking, and the first one is due to sensory input. Some kiddos walk on their toes because when you walk, your foot produces a force through the ground, and the ground equally produces a force through your foot. So think of when you're jumping up and down on the ground, there's more of an impact through your feet when you're jumping than there is when you're walking. When you're walking and you hit with your heel, there's less of an impact than when you're walking on your toes. Some children use that impact as a way to understand where their body is in space, and so they utilize that sensory input as a means to better understand how their body is moving. The second reason why a child may choose to toe walk is because of an orthopedic concern. There could be some weakness in the arch of a foot, so when you're standing on the ground, you want to see the inside of the foot for there to be space, so you can put a finger between the arch of the foot and the ground. If there is not a space there, that means the muscles in the foot are not able to hold that more curved pattern, and they are not as efficient as they need to be. So we may need to put something underneath that to stabilize the arch of the foot. On top of the arch of the foot, there can also be some movement at the heel bone. If you see the heel bone caving in and pointing more towards the inside when a child is standing, then that means that the heel bone and where it attaches to the ankle bone on top of it, or the calcaneus and the talocrural joint, or the calcaneus and the talus, as they sit on top of each other, they need more support upwards at the ankle. Now, Sensory Soles, the product that I'm sharing with you guys today, it is not designed necessarily to assist kiddos with the orthopedic concerns. So you do want to know a little bit more about your kiddo and whether there are some underlying sensory situations that may point you more towards this product than other products out there. In future videos, we'll talk about other products that may help with that ankle foot alignment for toe walking. If you do have a kiddo who is looking for a sensory solution, Sensory Soles may be the perfect product for you. Now, I will also say that even if your child has orthopedic concerns where that arch of the foot is caving in a little bit and kind of more flat on the floor, these knobs will put some more sensory input into those muscles that may wake them up and have them work a little bit more efficiently. That input from the increased cueing at the sole of the foot can increase the actual efficiency of those muscles. It's not necessarily going to support those muscles or put the foot in a position that would support those muscles, but those muscles themselves may wake up and work a little bit better. So if you have mild orthopedic concerns with your kiddo, then you may find some benefits with these as well. So you might be thinking, what are sensory soles and what should I know before I try them out? Sensory soles look exactly like this. They are inserts that you put in your child's shoes. They're made to be worn with sneakers. Essentially what they do is they provide an increased amount of input through the form of touch. So you can see these little knobs. If you see them from the side, they're raised. They are put at specific points on the foot to increase where the foot is in space and also to provide some of that feedback that a child is looking for when they walk on their toes. The theory is if they're having consistent sensory input through the whole aspect of their foot, they're no longer going to be looking for just that isolated input at the ball of their foot by walking on their toes. One of the things that they do talk about, of course, when you buy them, they give you a sweet pamphlet and they give you some instructions on the back, and I'll walk you guys through in a little bit how to exactly order from them. But you do want to know that there may be some initial redness when you first put them in your kiddo's shoes. And so that redness should go away within 20 minutes, but that is something you're going to want to monitor. Take their socks off, look at their feet after. If your kid complains of any discomfort, you may need to have a break-in period where you wear them for 1 to 2 hours at a time, and then you build up to all-day use. They are only to be worn in sneakers and with socks. So you do want to make sure that your kiddo is wearing socks and a good stable shoe with these. And what you're going to basically do, I brought my shoe. Obviously, I don't have any kiddos, so I don't have any kiddo shoes lying around, but this is my shoe. This is for a child, so it's going to be too small. What you're going to want to do is take your child's shoe, pull out the insert from inside that shoe, toss that to the side, and then you're going to stick this insert right in the shoe. You don't want to really modify it at all because you do want to make sure that it stays as sturdy as possible. You may need to bring it with you to the store just to make sure that the toe box is the size that your child's foot is. They do come in a range of sizes. They come in small, medium, large, and extra large. And so I'll walk you through kind of what those sizes are so that you know exactly which one to buy. The only downside of these is they are non-returnable. So you do want to note that before you purchase them, that this is something that if you have somebody that you can try them out with before a physical therapy clinic or an orthotic clinic has these to try out, that is ideal, but they are within a reasonable price range so that you're not going to be out too much if for some reason they don't work. Or you could find a special needs group on Facebook, and I am sure that there is a family with a kiddo with the same size shoe as your kiddo is wearing that is toe walking that would love to try them out or purchase them from you if for some reason they weren't to work. So let's go through exactly how you would order these. Okay, so you're going to go to sensorysole.com. I will leave a link in the description. It is a very basic website, but essentially they just have a little bit about their insoles and their contact information. We go to hit learn more. You can look at why they were developed. And as a pediatric physical therapist, I do love that these were developed by physical and occupational therapists because I think we have so much to give and so much help to and so many ideas that we could offer our families as far as information and products. So I love that physical therapists and occupational therapists were involved in creating these. Previously, a lot of times we would have to prescribe our patients with AFOs or work with their doctor to help get them AFOs or SMOs, which just go a little bit lower on the ankle. They don't have their Instagram linked, but you could easily type in sensory soles, and they have a ton of before and after, so we can play this really quick. So this is just an example of sensory toe walking. And the changes are pretty big here, right? So he might still be hitting a little bit more on his midfoot, so forefoot, but he's not up on his toes. So that is huge changes there. I'll link the Instagram down in the description as well. So if you hit buy now, they're going to show you the different sizes that they have. The one that I'm showing you today is the medium sensory sole for 11, 12, and 13. Size shoes for youth. They also have large and up to 5 in adults, so they don't have very big ones. If you are an adult, then I would recommend that you head to a physical therapy, an adult physical therapy clinic, because I'm sure there are a lot of things that you can work on as far as joint mobility and things like that. So you can see here again, so there's all the sizes, and they are $65 at the time of this video, but prices do change all of the time. And so I do recommend that you make sure that you double check the website before you purchase. Now, they did come really quickly, so they shipped within a couple of days and they were here within a week. So it does take a little bit of time. I did pay for shipping as well. So just note that it might be a little bit more with tax and shipping. I think it was less than $10 total. So you're looking still in about that. I do not know if they ship internationally, but they are really responsive as far as emailing goes. So I would recommend emailing them at info@sensorysole.com to see if they do ship internationally if you are watching this and are interested in this product. And that's a wrap, friends. Thank you so much for taking the time to learn a little bit more about sensory soles with me, and make sure that you check the link in the description so that you can be taken straight to their website, continue to learn about this product that is offered for families and other therapists as a way to help kiddos decrease toe walking. If you have continued questions on toe walking in general, make sure that you check the pinned comment, because there is going to be a link there where you can schedule an online parent consultation with me, where we can talk about all of the many components that go into toe walking, including visual, sensory, orthopedic, the ankle mobility, strength, things like that, so that you can make sure that you're not missing any parts of the puzzle and that you're able to reach out to the people who can continue to help your kiddo. If you are working with a kiddo that has toe walking, make sure that you check out this video next so that you can go through a couple of my favorite exercises that I use with kiddos who are presenting with toe walking as their primary mode of mobility.